Hello, welcome to Monday Morning Matters live broadcast show brought to you by Magnicraft Consulting team, anchored by Niyi Dunmade, a certified church consultant with the Society for Church Consulting in the U.S. Here, each Monday of every week, we address important, relevant, and actionable topics of interest that will help you and your church grow healthier. And now, meet your host, Niyi Dunmade.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wherever you are on the face of the earth, I say good morning to you. All right, welcome everyone to this live broadcast. My name is Niyi Dunmade. I'm the founder and the CEO of Magnicraft Consulting. Magnicraft Consulting. Magnicraft Consulting is a church consulting firm that helps churches grow healthier through empirical assessments, trainings, and strategic blueprints. And so I'm glad that you are part of this live broadcast show. And then I'm also a certified church consultant with the Society for Church Consulting in the US. Okay, so please, we're going to go straight into today. Today's topic, which is ways to increase church attendance. 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 So I'm going to just give you my tidbits in just 10-15 minutes, and then we'll be glad. I want to say thank you to everyone who is making some comments, reaching out to us on the Eastern Media. Yesterday, I had a couple of meetings with pastors. Reaching out to us one way or the other. Thank you. I appreciate your likes. I appreciate your shares. I appreciate your comments. Sometimes I learn from you as you are learning from me, and that's how it is. Okay. Ways to increase church. We have about 44 ways. Part one had number 1 to 3. Part 2 has number 4 to 7. Part 3 has 8, 9, and 10. And part 4 had 11 to 14. So today we're going to go more on from 15, let's say a couple of 4 of them to 18. God will help us follow the series. Take some of these things to your leadership, have some brainstorming sessions with them, and that will help your way to getting a good church. Yes, I know everyone knows that there's a good small church, there's a bad small church, there's a good large church, there's a bad large church, and the truth about it is that God desires that there is numbers in terms of quantity and then also quality. So let's don't be on the extreme of the spectrum to ensure that we go for quality alone without quantity, because we have over almost 7.6 billion people on the face of the earth. And so we need to think about numbers. We need to think about quantity. We need to think about the quality that we are getting on the tables. Also, I'm going to advise that whatever we face, whatever community we are, whatever challenges we are facing, let us always do the right thing. Let us always do the right thing, okay? Whether the church is growing, whether the church is not growing, let's ensure we do the right. Because when you are not doing the right things, the enemy can use that to strike the church. When the church is not doing the right things, the enemy can use that as a point of contact to afflict the church. So let's ensure that the church is always doing the right thing, because there's sometimes that you may not grow numerically, but you are growing qualitatively in terms of discipleship. Okay, so growth does not mean that you are always adding numbers, but it also means that you are adding quality to the discipleship depth you are having in your church. And so that's what I want to just say here. And then there's a dynamics of church growth in terms of front door, back door, front door, back door. And most of the time, churches are so good at having front door activity more than the back door activity. But the thing is that the church needs to put more emphasis on the back door to gain members, so that you don't lose members, because the more you lose members, God will not bring the harvest your way. Okay, God usually wants to give harvest to people who know how to take care of souls. And so we need to ensure that we are on the other side, the green box of the Bellevue diagram, and not on the red box, which is the decline, the distress, the preservation, maintenance mode, the decline, the life support, and the possible death, because local churches can die. The only church that cannot die is Universal Church. At least I've been a Christian for many years. I know a lot of churches who have started and they do not exist anymore. There's nothing like that anymore on the face of the earth. But the Universal Church is still existing today. And so we're going to go fast, pretty, and so that I can wrap it up in quick sessions. Okay? 44 ways to increase church attendance. We stopped at number 14. Offer more service choice. Okay, offer more service in terms of style, in terms of content. You can have your first service as business service, your second service as family service, the third service as finance service, the fourth service as maybe a combination of Thanksgiving service. So you offer more service in terms of style, content, time, length, duration. One of the things that I've noticed when we had 3 services in my church is that people who are desperate for spiritual development, even when they are attending their churches, because of maybe family life, marital issues in one of the services we're offering in my church, they actually go to their church and they still come to us. So you can see that the attendance was increasing despite they were also members in their churches. So I have a form of flair, okay, in terms of content, style, and then time duration. People want to know that at certain time your service is starting and at certain time your service is going to end. You don't allow your service to just go on and on without everyone understanding that at some point this service is going to end, both for on-site and both for online. I want to advise every of our church leaders, don't underestimate the power of the online engagement. Online engagement is also as good as human beings having contact with your church. So that's what I did on number 14. And then number 15, expand the schedule. Okay, you can have a coffee, you can have breakfast. I told the pastor, I said, what grows the church is not really that you are worded. I know pastors who are not preaching so deep, who are not preaching new revelation, but they have some other things in place and the church is growing. You can imagine that you serving a cup of coffee in your church might just increase your attendance, or you having some form of town hall meeting in a Sunday service or meet your pastor can just increase your attendance. So let's have some expanded schedule, not just one way. Having services, we added spicing or specialty. Like in my church, the senior pastor is giving out gifts. People are just expectant of what kind of spice, what kind of specialty that we put upon the service to make the service looking very special, because actually the service is special. Number 16, create a new congregation. Okay, one of the things that I've learned with my consulting experience is that especially for churches who are 15-20 years old, they started with really evangelistic push, a real evangelistic push, and then they had souls. And when they had sold, the evangelistic intensity dropped. And so now those people that they had when the church was born are now old. Okay, the only people that joined the church was, let's say, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Now, after like 20 years, those people have gone to 50 and 55. So you now have an old congregation. So you have to be able to reinvent the congregation and create a new one. So that you can be able to now merge the new congregation and the old congregation, so that the average age of your congregation will be dropped and also be able to reflect the average age of your community. And so that's just what I want to say with that. Okay, create a new. One of the ways to create a new congregation is having an online service or a second service whereby you are targeting the younger generation. You are actually targeting the millennials. I used to tell church leaders, if your church is not set up to assimilate and reach out to the millennials, I can tell you you're going to decline. The millennials is such that will put a spice because they are the strength. Okay, your church cannot just grow by just wisdom. You need the aged, which is a typology of wisdom. You need the gray head, which is the typology of wisdom, and you also need strength. Wisdom and strength, the youth and the elders combining together will bring about the needed desire or accomplishment of the vision that you have for your church. Number 17, analyze the impact of changes in the community. Now, one of the things that most churches don't do, that businesses do in the outside world, if a business wants to start up a product or a service, they do a kind of community analysis. Does this product have a market share? Can this product be accepted by the community? And so the church needs to look at the impact. In fact, one of the things I found out is that there's a lot of changes in the community that the church is not taking advantage of. Okay, in terms of specialty, outreach, evangelism, discipleship, can we just match up with the changes that is happening in the community? Those days, culture change can take 10 years to happen in a community. Right now, a cultural change can take place within 5 to 6 months. Things can just change, and then the church needs to be able to adapt to change. Now, the resistance you have to the adaptation of changes to the community is what will give you that negative leverage on expanding your church in terms of increasing church attendance. So analyze the impact of changes. What is the current trend in the community? What is the demographics? What is the psychographic? Who are the people? Because Sam Reynolds said that it's not by accident that your church is located where it is. And you can't love and reach out to a community that you don't know. And love thrives more when you know who you are actually reaching out to. And so the impact of this change in the community must be analyzed, and you must put it on the round table with your leaders to see how you can penetrate the gospel, penetrate the community with the gospel. In terms of lifestyle, divorce, in your community, are there increases in divorce? Are there increases in security issues, education, demographics, policy? And you see, when a pastor who knows the congregation and the community that he's preaching to is going to preach and give them the word that they need to actually improve their lives. And let's do one more and then we'll wrap it up here. Change the policy of wedding. Change the policy of weddings. Okay, change the policy of weddings. Okay, in our churches, whether we want it or not, as the church grows, people are going to get married. People are going to say, I want to settle down with the wife. The wife, sisters in your church might say, I want to get married to a guy. And so we need to begin to change our policy to increase church attendance, or change our policy to improve congregational life. Okay, now there is non-membership, and then there is membership. There is small group involvement. There is volunteering group involvement. Now, all the things, is a relationship. It's an engagement. What is all these positions to the church, and what is the relationship between the church to these people? Now, one of the things you can do in your policy is this: if you are a worker in our church, we're going to give you a discount on using our hall, or this are the kind of benefits you're going to get for being a leader, for being a worker, or for being a member of our church. And then you'll be able to pay higher when you are a non-member. So somebody who is attending your church, who is not so established or grounded in your church, seeing that there is more benefit that the church is going to offer them in terms of wedding and other things, by you making it clear in the procedure and policies, will make them to be established and to also be frequent in your church, because the frequency of the attendance is what will make your attendance to increase. The more you turn these guests to establish members, the more your attendance is going to grow. I want to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for hooking up with me in today's Monday Matters. Please, if you have any church-related questions, you have any queries for me, let us have them, and then I will be glad to answer them. I'm always responding to every comment. I'm always responding to every question on all our social media handle. Please feel free. I'm going to answer them. This video has been useful to you. Please give us a thumbs up so that the artificial intelligence of Facebook and YouTube will be able to work in our favor. If it's a video, example, you give us a like, share us to your community, your network, to church leaders and pastors, and please drop me a comment. You've learned from me. I want to learn from you. Sometimes some of the things I say, I have some of my audience say them. I say, you mean I said this? So please drop a comment in the comment section. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on the notification bell so that you'll be able to get notified when there's goodies for you. And please join our membership on YouTube channel, and that will help you greatly. We do consultations, training, and strategic planning. Reach out to us, and we can help the church move from where it is right now to where it is. Where God wants it to be. Till I come your way next week with another Monday morning continuation of ways to increase church attendance. I say bye-bye and God bless you. Thank you.